Hi, welcome to the Hustle Culture. I'm your host, Basil. And today's episode is a special one because this guest has been begging to be here, and I'm so happy to have him. So let's go. Let's get the episode started. Hi guys, and welcome to the Hustle Culture. Today our guest is none other than someone who I've shared a lot of my life with, my brother Ugochukwu. Welcome to the Hustle Culture.
Thank you.
So tell them anything I don't know about you. Just introduce yourself to them. Imagine I don't know who you are.
Hi. Hi, I am Basil Ugochukwu. I'm a software developer and I don't snooze, Jesus. I'm a software developer. I'm in my early 20s.
Yeah.
I finished from the school of, hey Jesus, I don't actually snooze.
Welcome to the Hustle Culture. I already introduced myself earlier. I'm your host, Basil. And today, we are going to be having an interview with someone who has been begging to be on the show since it started. He has been in my life, in my DMs. So please now, won't you? So finally, we're here. We're here to interview my brother, Ugochukwu Basil. Welcome.
Thank you.
After all your years of begging, I have receipt of his begging, by the way.
Oh, wow.
You are finally here. So please, introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Basil Ugochukwu. I'm his brother. I'm a child of God. I'm a software developer. And I did not beg to be on this show. He was asking me, he's been like, you have to come on the show, tell us about you. My fans have been begging.
Who do you want to believe? Who do you want to believe? Him
and
or
all of that. Okay, I've been in my field. I've been an engineer for like 4 years. Right? I studied that in school, and I finished with a bachelor's, in computer science. I love what I do, and I love things that don't stress my mental health. I love to work from home. I love to swim. I love to work out. I
don't understand why he's
I love to play. I love to play football. Oh my God, I love football. Best team in the world.
That's a lie. Football. Okay, this is not my team, but
exactly. So I love to play football. I love shopping. I love being on my own. I love reading. I love writing. And to be honest, I think life is for the living, and like only the living get to live life. However that sounds.
Yeah. You have talked enough. So, fun facts about you. Rapid fire.
I love to rap.
1.
I love to dance.
2.
I love to sing.
3.
I play the guitar.
4.
I like to swim.
5.
I like to play tennis.
6.
I play lawn tennis.
7.
I play football.
8.
I play basketball.
9. Basketball when?
I mean, I travel a lot, so yeah. And I love working remotely, stuff like that. So yeah, I love what I do.
Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah.
Hoping to get to know more of you. Let's go. So earlier you mentioned that you're into software development. How did that start?
Well, software for me has always been like something that I found out from my friends. When I was back in secondary school, I had this friend, Bello Ibrahim. I can never forget. I was never really into software. I actually wanted to go into aeronautics.
Yeah, I remember.
You remember it? So I wanted to go into aeronautics, but I couldn't for some long reason. And then Bello told me that Ibrahim, I called him Bello Ibrahim. So he asked me to come to one class. He was teaching HTML at the time. And I just wanted to chill my guy, right? And I just went to the class and I just stuck to it. And he taught it very well. I picked it up. I never really did so much on it. It was like when I went into like when I was in SS3, I tried again. I remembered it. I was thinking of my interest. I remember that teaching. And I remember to learn more on it, and then I just picked up from there.
That's nice. I remember how much you were really into aeronautical engineering. Or something I wanted to pursue.
But I love planes, like so far I could fly. It made sense to me. Like I wanted to know what made it fly, what made it tick, what made things work. You get?
So like, except from like software development, is there anything you have interest in?
Yes. Yeah, I actually, honest to God, I like taking on, how is it? I like if you're talking about like tech,
Yeah.
talking about tech, I like cybersecurity. I've liked it for so long because I've never really been like an internet person, but I like the fact that you can do things online. You have control. You have control over your identity, your internet identity, your persona on the internet. I like that you can, with cybersecurity, you're in charge of your own security.
Yeah.
I'm more of like security of other people that trust that in your hands. You get so cybersecurity for me has always been like, you see a problem, you fix it. Because if you don't fix that problem, people can exploit that problem and exploit you. So I love web development, software engineering. I love cybersecurity. That's it for me. You get.
Okay, well, something I was like really coming to my mind, like, tech is all the rage right now. Every single person is trying to learn some tech skill or the air, UI, UX, design, all those words are a lot for me. But like, how do you actually go about monetizing this said skill?
Okay.
Like, or if you want to talk about how you monetize, like, what did you do, or what were the things that you did to get yourself better to the points that you are in right now, that you can use your skill to make money, basically? What are those things that you did, just for anybody that is trying to like get into tech as a whole right now?
Okay, I think for me, tech was always like, I don't say it's like a backup, was my main goal. You get so courses, studying, basically everything that I could do to like improve my knowledge. I'll suggest, a lot of people say, you have to pay for courses and all of that. I don't think so. Initially, because like I went to school, right? I had that privilege to go to school, but for me, the school was just like was for the degree.
Yeah.
You get? I didn't really learn everything. Everything I used for work, I didn't learn from school. So my point is, there's so much knowledge on the internet these days. If you go on YouTube, you can learn. You might not be able to learn everything you need, but you'll be able to learn enough to know if this is something you can continue in, if it's something that you have passion doing, right? You might learn. You can go on YouTube and just look for a crash course. It might be like an hour, 2 hours. This guy Mosh, I love Mosh. Mosh helped me a lot because Mosh should give you like the basics to figure out, one, how difficult it is, two, how technical it is, and three, if you have passion for it. Mosh teaches beautifully on YouTube. Mosh programming, code with Mosh. When you learn with Mosh, you can literally figure out if this is something I enjoy doing, this is something I see myself doing, something I can get paid doing. You get, and like you just figure out where you're standing. And I feel like if you're trying to figure out a new path, especially in tech, rather than just jump into the deep end, buy some courses and all of that, what thing I think you should do, go on YouTube, go on a free software. I'm a visual learner, right? That's why I say YouTube. But like go on a platform where you can see videos, materials, documentation, and just like read through it. Try coding even the littlest things to see how difficult it is for you, to find out if you're actually interested in following through with that thing that you seem interested in. So I feel like everybody that is like trying out there, that's trying to go into tech, we think UI, UX, security, web design or development, software engineering, .NET, JavaScript, C++, go online, find out the basics, the most basic thing you need to learn. Find out crash courses, an hour, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Find out if that's something that interests you, rather than just, I like the idea of coding. I like the idea of, be able to create something. Does it interest you to actually go through that process? And if it does, why not? Learn all you can learn and then pay for the rest if you can. If you can't, there's so much to keep you
because
going.
I feel like the issue is I'm glad that you mentioned code by Mosh. Yeah, is that it?
Code with Mosh.
Code with Mosh, by the way. I like that you mentioned that because I feel like when people go on YouTube to learn something, YouTube is a wide pool. It's very, very easy to get lost. When I started learning how to graphic design and video editing, if I entered YouTube, I'm spending like 1 hour already confused, like where do I? But I'm glad that you mentioned that in particular. So guys, I'm pretty sure You're seeing the jerseys we're wearing. Shout out to Case Confetti, was the first guest for Hustle Culture, and yeah, looks good, it feels good, and yeah, love you, bro. So we've gone to this point of the show where there's a new thing we want to start adding, where we sort of like ask guests to pick between 1 to 10 various questions that will get them to really think and foster discussion between two of us. So UG, that's what we call him, by the way. Pick a number between 1 to 10.
7. That's number of perfection.
7. Oh, yeah, no problem. So 7. Do you ever feel like you're doing everything right but still stuck?
Do I ever feel like I'm doing everything right,
but you're still stuck?
Yes. Should I talk on that?
Yeah, please.
All right. So, I am a planner, right? For the longest time, my friends used to say I have OCD, which I disagree with. Just a perfectionist, right? And I tell you that sometimes you make plans. Oh my God, I have so many plans outlined. Some of them I've lived up to them. Some of them I took them a bit so that I can check them off my to-do list. Some of them they're still on my to-do list, right? But like when it comes down to doing a lot of things or doing things right and still getting stuck, I think it all comes down to the point of luck and opportunity.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're doing everything you can do.
True.
You're doing everything you can do.
True.
But like there's almost nothing to show for it. Sometimes, people look at me and they're like, oh my God, you're doing so much for your life. And yeah, right, I used to pray to get to this point. But then that's the thing with human desires. They're never ending.
They're never ending. You keep on wanting something.
Insatiable. Yeah. So like you always want to have more to do. You always set a new bar for yourself.
Yeah.
The higher calling. It's good. But sometimes you have to cut yourself some slack. My friend used to tell me that yes, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, but it doesn't mean you should take all the shots you can. Like, brother, it doesn't mean you should take all the shots you see. Yeah. Sometimes cut yourself some slack. Sometimes breathe a bit. You get let that wind simmer. Let it marinate. Let me understand that yes, I want this. Then appreciate yourself for it. Yeah. You get, but don't dwell on the wind too much. But appreciate yourself for it, because
honestly, even speaking on wins, to be honest, me particularly, whenever I get to this kind of state of mind, what helps me is that I start appreciating every little thing that I have come to. Like, it got to a point where I felt like I was not getting better at graphic design of videos. But when I realized that, wait, 2 months ago I was not doing this. 2 months ago I'm not there I was. It gets me to be appreciative. I may not be where I want to be, but the fact that I'm making a little progress right now is enough for me to reward myself. Pat myself on the back, and I think it helps. So 7 is gone. Pick on that number.
Okay. 2.
Okay. What's one dream you've quietly put on hold because life happened? For me, I think it's my dream of being a gamer. I think for me, like my innate abilities, I've realized that while growing up, I've always loved gaming. I think you should know this.
I know that.
From mobile games to video games, I've always had a knack for gaming. But because of how life has traversed, gaming now feels like a luxury. It doesn't feel like something I get to do anymore. Whenever I get a chance to do it, I'm always like, yeah. So what's yours?
So for me, right, the dream I put on hold because life happened. I know I don't have any excuse. It's acting. I love to act. I love it so much, and I want to integrate into like every part of my life. Yeah. Right? I love being able to take on like
a different personality
and feel what they feel, breathe how they breathe, walk how they walk. If you're mute, don't speak. Like, be a different person. I love that. Like, I can do that. Yeah. I love that, and I love that I do it well, like really well. Yeah. And the main reason why I feel like I put it on hold, and I know I don't have an excuse. I've always wanted to start on my own, and by the grace of God, I'm going to start before this year runs out. I'm going to start like on my social media. I'm going to be putting out stuff where I do what makes me happy. I feel like that's my passion, because every time I'm drawn to it, I call it storytelling, right? Because I write, You get, I write pieces, poetry, and sometimes I want to bring them to life through my acting. So that's something I want to do for myself. I just keep putting it off because what if the first thing I create is shit? And I know obviously the first thing we're going to create is going to be it's not going to be the best. But I'm a perfectionist. So it gets to me. You get, but like I'm getting there. That's something I really want to do. That's something I know I put a hold on.
And because of social media, there's no better time to start than
There's
now.
no better time.
Everybody has their
exactly.
own platform. You don't need
You
anybody
get.
to.
And the thing,
push
and
you.
the thing I understand is there's always an excuse.
Yeah.
My phone is not good enough. The sounds are not good enough.
I don't have lighting.
I don't have lighting.
I don't have.
But to be honest, there's always going to be an excuse. It's always easier to not start than to start.
Yeah.
Because not starting is my comfort zone, right? But it's always easier to just say, nah, I'll just stay where I am.
Yeah.
But we should learn how to go out of our comfort zone. That's something I'm learning to do. Learn to be more confident, get more outspoken, go out of my comfort zone, do what I think will make me happy. Because at the end of the day, when you're 80 and old and weak and you look back on life, do you want to say, oh, I wish I did this?
Or I'm glad.
Or
I did this.
yeah, even if you did it and it didn't make sense, you won't be wishing you did it. You'd have done it.
Yeah.
You get, so I want to get to that point where I can look back on my life and I'll be like I want to get to the point where me tomorrow is part of what I did yesterday. So I want to do everything I'll be proud of tomorrow, right? So today matters to me. You get, so that's me. That's something I want to do.
That really impressed me a lot. So 2 and 7 are taken on that number.
Ooh, how many more numbers am I going to do? 3. I have 3 more.
Yeah.
Let's go with 9.
9. I feel this one is quite easy, but it's fine. I think I know what you'd answer here. But like, would you rather be rich and unknown, or famous and just getting by?
Famous and just getting by, or rich and unknown? Okay, to be honest,
Rich
if you ask
and
me,
unknown, famous and just getting
see,
by.
if you ask me this question, 2 months, to be honest, I think I'll just go with rich and unknown. The main reason is I like my private space.
Yeah.
I like to be able to step out of my house, do what I want to do, go back. But famous means everybody's on me.
Yeah.
Do you get? But although I feel like if I were to do my passion, which is like putting myself in people's faces, people would know me. But then, if I'm, let's just assume it doesn't have anything to do with my passion.
Yeah.
Rich and unknown, or famous and just getting by, I choose rich and unknown. Any day.
Because I feel like even in kind of society that we live in Nigeria here, even that's what the whole culture thing was about people being pressured by society to make more money than they necessarily need to do. And if you're famous and just getting by, it's going to harm your reputation a lot more. Because people are expecting a lot more from you. They know who you are. You go to the market and all of a sudden the price is ×2 what it's supposed to be. You go to this store and because they've seen your page, they see you have like 100,000 followers, they're like, nah, this is like 3K, for you is 60. So I feel like famous and just getting by, especially in the kind of society that we live in, will actually do a lot more harm than good. So you picked 3, you picked 2, 7, and 9. 2 more numbers.
I go with 5.
5. If nobody could see what you do for a living, would you still be doing it?
If no one could see what I do,
That's actually that's deep. If nobody could see what you do for a living, would you still be doing it?
what do you mean see?
I don't know. That's what I would blame my team. They gave me this question. So
If no one could see what I do for a living,
would you still be doing it?
so let's say for example I am like a developer, right? And no one could see that. Right? So far I feel fulfilled.
Yeah.
So far I make enough money. To be honest, it's not about even the money. I feel like if I feel fulfilled, I'll wake up every day with that drive to do it. You get?
What does it matter what people think?
You get? I don't really. To be honest, I don't really care what people. I don't care who sees.
Yeah.
If I'm happy doing it, I'll be doing it.
So final number.
1. Yeah.
If you weren't pressured by money, what would you be doing? I think you already answered this sort of. If you weren't pressured by money, what would you be doing differently right now? I think you already sort of answered it.
Yeah.
With your acting and everything.
If I wasn't pressured by money, I'm probably going to acting. But let's say I couldn't choose acting.
Okay. Yes.
If I couldn't choose acting and I wasn't pressured by money, I travel the world. I love traveling. I love trying out new cuisines. seeing different landmarks,
Yeah.
being places. And the thing about me is, I'm not a very, I'm not all about my phone. Do you get? And okay, maybe it's because of the university I went to, we didn't use phones. So I think that's like it's part of me now. I'm not really all about my phone. So I go places, I don't even take pictures. I don't do all that. I would love it if someone could take pictures of me, right? So that I could like look back and say, okay, yeah, I did this, I did that, that was nice.
Yeah, you can hire
But
me
personally.
I don't cost much. I don't cost much. I'll just follow you around and just carry my phone and be happy.
You see, you guys see that he's obsessed with me. He
Obsessed
loves me so
how?
much. He wants to travel the
Where
world
to
with
where?
me. Yeah, I'm not your babe.
You're the one that said you need
I'm
someone to
not
snap
your
picture. I'm telling you that I will snap you picture.
You said you will follow me around.
Yes,
As in,
and you pay me.
you want to live in my skin.
You
As in,
pay me.
you're obsessed with me. You can't think straight when I'm
See,
not around.
don't bring your family members on your show. They will just be embarrassing you. That's just what it is.
Okay, but like for real, if I couldn't put acting in the picture, I'll go for traveling. I love traveling. It doesn't matter where. I hate traveling by road though, because I guess I get car sick. But
I think it's almost all of us.
probably.
I get
But
car sick.
I love traveling. I love being in new places, trying out new things.
Yeah.
Do you get? I don't even care if I might not be rich enough to do it. If I have someone that is sponsoring the trip, or obviously I'm rich enough to do it, or I have someone sponsoring the trip, I don't mind. I can go to so many places, try new things, languages. I love languages. I try new cultures. Be places, see things from people's perspective, learn from people. Like I just love it. I just love it so much.
Yeah, I don't do my babe.
This is the hustle culture, not Love Island. Yeah, you understand, bro?
Anyways, guys, we'll be right back.
Alright.
So this is still the hustle culture. I'm still your host, Barcelona. So and with me is still my insufferable little brother. He has talked about all his plans, all the things that he has done, and things that he would love to do. But we've not really gone into what you plan to do going forward. You mentioned that you're a planner, you're a perfectionist. So what is the plan with your skills going forward? What do you want to do? Do you want to build a tech firm? What is your end goal?
Thank you very much for that question. Like I said, to be honest, my first plan, first and foremost, I want to improve my confidence. However that sounds. I want to be more outspoken, more confident to walk up to anybody and just say, oh, obviously I do that now, but that's not the point. The point is, when it comes to tech, right? I actually have a plan for like a company. It's a long time coming, and I'm working towards it. And yeah, there's also the point of acting and my storytelling, cybersecurity. I have all that plan stored somewhere, and I'm actually working towards it. But for now, like when I look at my future, when I look at 5 years from now, I see myself doing something I'm passionate about. Right now, it seems like that's tech. Right now, it seems like software development, web development, cybersecurity, acting, whatever. But I see myself doing something I'm passionate about, and my goal right now is to figure out what that passion is. So that is my focus. My focus is my passion, me first, right?
Yeah.
Something I want to look back on and say, yes, this is something I loved doing, and I'm happy to. Yeah, do you get? And I did it. I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Yeah. You can even find a way to use your acting passion to like advertise your company when you finally launch.
Exactly.
Use your power of storytelling to advertise that. Well, it's been I think we've talked for so long, Jesus Christ. But like, so it's always refreshing to have someone at least I know, or someone that we have some basis of familiarity with.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Anyways, this is the hustle culture still.
Sir.
UG, I'm so glad you showed up. I respect. And you guys tell them to subscribe.
So you guys subscribe. If you like
that did not have energy behind it.
If you know you're a Liverpool fan, hit that subscribe button. If you know, okay, you don't have to be a Liverpool fan, but if you know my jersey slaps, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to shop Kicks Confetti.
So you're telling me now that if we don't get subscribers based on this video, your judges are not
That's not what I'm saying. It's you now. It's you and your publicity team.
Oh wow. Anyways, guys, thank you so much again, Eugene, for showing up.
Yes,
This is
sir.
the hustle culture. I hope you learned something from this episode. And yeah, I'm still your host, Basinos. We'll see you on the next time. Peace.